Hello people, my name is Baldwin the Saint. I'm inviting you to a moment of worship on the 15th of May 2021 right in Lusaka. Venue, it's a Finneco House, first floor, And the time for you to be at the event, it is from 14 hours to 20 hours. Admission is free, and the people that are coming to speak to us are the special guests. I'm having my father, Apostle Anthonymwami, is going to be in the building, and I also have a brother and a friend by the name of Pastor Franklin Clemo is coming from South Africa, a great minister of the gospel. And locally I'm having Stevie G Sooner, and people that you get to be there for you to see them. So see you there and be blessed. Hello people, my name is Bodwin the Saint. I'm inviting you to a moment of worship on the 15th of May 2021 right in Lusaka. Venue, it's a Finneco House, first floor, and the time for you to be at the event, it is from 14 hours to 20 hours. Admission is free, and the people that are coming to speak to us are the special guests. I'm having my father, Apostle Anthonymwami, is going to be in the building, and I also have a brother and a friend by the name of Pastor Franklin Clemo is coming from South Africa, a great minister of the gospel. And locally I'm having Stevie G Sooner, and people that you get to be there for you to see them. So see you there and be blessed.
Fresh morning. It's a wonderful day. I'm here back again live in your homes, wherever you are watching me from. Thank you so much for joining Gracetv. I'm so excited. Remember, I'm your host, Anthonymwami, on this program called A Youth with a Vision. Please keep sharing the video, Tell your friends that we are live again this morning to bring a solution to the world. We are live again. We've come to bring that mandate that you need as a youth to go and make impact in this generation. Wow, today is such a special day, and I'm not alone in the studio. I'm with one lady who is so beautiful, and she's doing tremendous things. She's one youth that is also putting so much effort working on herself, and I'm with her in the studio today. She's going to help us understand the topic that we have today. Memory, thank you so much for coming, and good morning.
Good morning, Juliet. I'm so humbled to be here.
Wow.
To share with my fellow youths
This is so
on what is going on with the youths out there.
Sure.
Yes, so my name is Memory. I'm here with Juliet to share with you a lot of things, or to learn about what we should do about ourselves as youths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Memory, many youths are watching you right now, and they're getting to wonder who Memory is, what she does. Just kindly tell us a bit about yourself. Like, what are your full names, what you are doing? Just introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay. My name is Memory Nsofwa. Yes. I do a little bit of, I do a lot of things for myself. Yeah. To start with, I was involved in my businesses. Like I have a salon.
Which is empowerment that we're talking about.
It's empowerment, as it is a youth shouldn't just be seated. Yeah, so I've empowered myself with a salon. Apart from that, I work.
Exactly.
Yes, for a small company.
Okay.
Yes, but now, I was out actually. I was in Sparta, but now I'm here in Lusaka.
Oh, welcome to Lusaka. We welcome you.
Thank you so much. So I've now found, also I've just gotten signed in with another project.
This is so beautiful.
Yeah, so meaning I'm now in Lusaka. That's where I'll be working from now. So thank you so much. I have a lot to talk about with my colleague here. So as we go on, I think I'll disclose most of the things as we get to talk.
Thank you so much, Memory.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, our viewers, you've heard from Memory. You've heard what she does at her young age as a youth. She has her own business that she's running, and she's also working with other companies right away. I see people that have joined in. Lisa, thank you so much. Angelina, thank you so much. Please keep sharing the video, and keep telling people that we are here and we are live. Now, our viewers, today we are going to look at a topic that is very cardinal. This is a topic that most of us have neglected, but then I've come to realize that for you to make an impact in this generation, you need one tool, which is a bullet, and this tool, it is very, very important. So today we are looking at a topic which is self-esteem. You need to understand that as a youth, you can have a vision, as we are putting it, to say a youth with a vision. You can have a vision, and that vision is very big. It is very wide. It is very big that it can reach, it can amount to anything that you want to become. But many of the youths today are lacking self-esteem. And we're going to go deeper in this topic. We want to know, and we want to understand. We want to make you, as you are watching, to understand why is it important that you need self-esteem in your life. So Memory, kindly just share with us and the viewers, what is this self-esteem that we are talking about? What is this self-esteem that is very important, that is very cardinal, that most of us talk about? Just kindly tell us, what is this self-esteem that we're talking about right here?
Okay. So self-esteem is a motive that a youth, not just a youth, but any other person
should have
for the person to go on with life.
Exactly.
As it is, everybody has dreams, but without self-esteem, that means we are not going anywhere.
That's
so
right.
Self-esteem is actually the motive that somebody should have, that should be pushing you to be out there, to do what you can or what you think is right. That is how I can define it personally. It's something that pushes me to do what I think is right. Yes. So every person should have that self-esteem. Yeah.
This is very good. So we are saying self-esteem, it is a push, a motive
yes,
that one should have. You need to realize that for you to make an impact, we're talking of impact, for you to make an impact, because actually, memory, the purpose of life is impact. If you can live and you do not make an impact, you don't leave a legacy, then that means you're not doing anything. Because the whole purpose of life, the whole purpose of everything that we do as youth is impact that we want to leave. We want to leave some marks. We want to leave things that people will get to talk. So we are saying self-esteem actually is, we can even define it as the way you appreciate yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you talk to yourself, what you tell yourself, and this is what we're talking about. So understand that for you to make an impact, you really need to have self-esteem. Now, there are viewers that are watching right now, and maybe this youth that is watching has some symptoms. They're not sure of what is going on. What are some of the signs that one can know to say, okay, this is the low self-esteem that I have and I really need to work on it? What are some of the symptoms or signs? Maybe you are watching, you've been feeling these signs, but you've not paid particular attention to them. You've felt these feelings at times. You wake up in the morning and you feel so drained. You feel like you can't do it. You feel like whatever you want to do, you can just easily give up. So what are some of these symptoms and signs that one can know that what I have is a low self-esteem?
Okay, some of these signs of low esteem is one of, like, I'll start. One, it is whereby you are failing to mingle around with your friends.
Exactly.
That is one of them.
So mingling around, meaning there are some people that
you feel like you are not worthy, or you can't.
Are not of value.
Yeah, you're out of value among your friends, because no one is more than the friend. Everyone is equal. But the moment you start feeling like your friend is higher than you, that is also low self-esteem. Also, you isolate yourself all the time. Even at school, I'll take for the example.
Yes.
You're at school, you feel like maybe the teacher asks you something, like a question that you feel this is the right answer. But because of your
low self-esteem,
you are failing. You'll be like, no, maybe if I say this, my friends will laugh at me. Sometimes what you need to do, even if you know that maybe you are not sure, somehow you can just answer that question for you to learn. So if the moment you start bringing yourself backward, like maybe you even want to say something, but then you're failing, that is also low self-esteem. You need to work on that also, because it's not a good thing. The reason is you start pushing yourself out of a lot of things. You start, I don't know what I can put it, but you just start isolating yourself from a lot of things, and it's not very good. Meaning you'll be lost. Yes, you'll be lost. You lose a lot of things about you. You won't even identify what your dream is, because you keep on isolating yourself.
Wow.
Yes.
This is so beautiful. So our youths, our viewers, we hear that number one, the way you can know that you have low self-esteem, maybe you've been feeling it, but you are not just too sure. The number one thing that you can know is when you feel lonely. You just want to be alone. You know, you don't feel appreciated.
Yeah.
Like the memory has given an example to say maybe you are at school and then you're in class, the teacher asks something or the lecturer asks something. You really want to answer to that, but you feel a pull. You know, it's not a
it's
push.
not right,
It's a pull. It is something that is really pulling you down. It is pulling you down. You feel maybe when you talk of something, maybe some people will laugh at you. At times you feel maybe when you talk, not everyone is going to applaud you. So those are bad things, the signs and the symptoms. And what we're saying is, if you feel drained, you feel that symptom, you just want to be alone, this program is for you. Please just keep watching, and we have so many solutions that we've brought to you, and we're going to outline them as we are outlining them right now. So what's the other symptom that one can know that I feel so lonely? What is it that someone can say, okay, this feeling that I have, what's the other symptom of low self-esteem?
Okay, so the other symptom is actually, like I said, pushing yourself. It's actually about, it's a lot of things, but
It's something that is,
yeah,
that
but
is
it's combined illness. It comes to one and the same thing.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like I said, we need to do something, and then you have something that is pushing you out.
Exactly.
Like you really don't want to do something, even when you want. It's
don't
about
feel
you
it.
not having the courage of doing anything,
That's
at all.
That's
you
very
know?
profound.
Yes.
Where so what we're saying is, the moment you want to do something,
anything, then you
you
just feel like you're not
discouraged.
worthy to do it. Like you feel discouraged. Exactly. That is also low self-esteem. Because discouragement is a very big symptom of low self-esteem, because you don't need to be discouraged every time you want to do something, even something about yourself. You need, maybe let's say you need to put on something,
Yes.
but because you feel, okay, just doing anything for the world, you see, maybe if I wear this thing,
Exactly.
my neighbor or my what is going to feel what. Everything that you do about yourself should be about your self-esteem. Put on so that you come out as you. You don't live your life for people to judge or to misjudge. That is also low self-esteem. In short, it is discouragement is also low self-esteem. You feel discouraged about everything that you want to do. Yes, so it is also one of the symptoms
that are bad.
Yes.
So we are saying, the moment you want to do something and you feel so discouraged, that is the biggest symptom that shows that you have low self-esteem. And as a youth, for you to make it, for you to leave a legacy, you are not supposed to feel discouraged. The moment you feel discouraged is the moment you feel you are low, you are down, and you can't make any impact. And the other thing is, you know, the symptoms, like we've said, where, you know, you feel bad about yourself, you feel so discouraged, you don't feel like making it. And the other thing is, you know, people that have a low self-esteem actually feel bad about themselves.
Exactly.
And you know, it is not good. It is not a good thing at all. You are not to feel bad about yourself.
Exactly.
You are so special. You are so
beautiful.
special.
Even if somebody hasn't appreciated you, but
you appreciate yourself
first before you do anything else.
You must first appreciate yourself
in a mirror, because God has never created anybody beautiful. You don't have to wait for anybody to tell you. That is also one of the symptoms. I mean, the beautiful example of putting up your high self-esteem also.
Yes, yes.
You have to feel yourself before anybody else tells you.
Hey, this is so beautiful.
Yes.
You feel yourself. You look so beautiful
for yourself,
for
not
yourself.
for anybody.
Then more people will come.
Because you have to have that courage. You know, you have to have that courage to begin your day in the first place. You feel
courage to
yourself.
begin your day,
Yes.
actually.
Before anybody appreciates you, before anybody gives you that courage, you do it yourself.
You feel,
Yes,
you feel
you
it.
feel it.
Wow,
Yeah,
this is so good.
So that is also, you have to, as a youth, I can see that I've been through around, I've played with a lot of friends. I may see that this one is...
So sorry, just to cut you short. So you've been around and you've played with a lot of friends.
Yes.
So as you were playing with them, did you by any chance feel so discouraged? Did you at any chance wanted to do something, but you found yourself pulling yourself down? You found that maybe you're not that good. Did you have any experience?
It's normal,
and if it was there, how did you overcome it?
Yeah, because we meet different people, and then sometimes you feel like I'm not part of these people. You understand? Sometimes you find this kind of people where you feel like I don't think their lifestyle matches mine. So you start isolating yourself. Meanwhile, they are also good people in their own way. So what I came to understand is I can match every person that I'm with, but meanwhile, I know myself.
Exactly.
Yes, so to me, I understand that every person is a friend. Yeah, as I am with them. I play with them. I cope with them. Every person that I meet should be a friend. But I won't do whatever they do. If it's bad, if it's good, what I believe in me, what I do, that defines me. So
what you do defines you.
Yes, what I do defines me. I can play with this person with this conduct. I can be with this person with this conduct. I can chill around with every person that is around me. Okay, then I'll go home and I'll be me. I won't lose anything. So I have been in certain situations where I feel like I'm not fit to be here, but I don't want to make that person feel bad. Yeah, and, I don't fit to be here, but I wouldn't want to make that person to even see that she's not feeling comfortable being here. I'll make that person feel comfortable. It's just for that, for that moment.
Exactly.
Okay, and then I'm not saying I should do something bad because I want to make someone feel good. No. So I'll just be there to make them feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Or maybe if I need to advise, I'll advise in a good way, not whereby I make someone feel bad. That also draw back to make someone to have that low esteem. You get, right? So I'll just be there, make them feel good. If they are doing something bad, I'll advise, okay, my friend, this is not good what you're doing.
This is what we're supposed
This is not right, what. And then if I manage, I'll put them in a good way.
Exactly.
Then I go back. I'll be the same real me.
Wow, this is so beautiful. So I'm so glad that you've been in this and you managed to overcome it. And what we're saying is you can actually pull yourself up. You feel drained, but you can actually put yourself together, get the pieces down, and you get to put yourself together. So our viewers, we've talked about the symptoms. So if you feel any of these symptoms, you are a youth, you are in university, you are in school, you are doing most of the things, and you feel these symptoms that we've talked about. Number one, we've said you feel lonely, you whenever you want to do something, you'll find that you do not have the courage to do that thing that you want to do. At times, maybe you're with friends, as Memory has put it here, to say you don't feel worthy, you don't feel like you have value, or maybe it might be that you come from a poor background, and maybe the background that is very low,
you feel like you don't fit in the other part of your friends. Also, the antisocialness, whereby you put it in college. Let's talk about college. Sure. You're isolating yourself. You're scared, everyone is there. You're scared. You feel like you don't fit in because you feel you are not good in something, or about one thing that your friends are not good at. That is also low self-esteem.
Which is
not good. It's going to discourage you from studying. Maybe it's not going to help you to find out who you really are. Being alone all the time is not a good thing, because it is going to hinder you of what the person you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we've tackled the symptoms, and what we are saying now is this is a youth that is watching, and they feel the symptoms that we've outlined right here. They feel discouraged, they feel lonely, they don't feel of value, they just want to isolate themselves. What is it that a youth should do, or any person should do, to cover up the things that they feel? They feel discouraged, they feel lonely. What is it? Or we can say, what are the things that will show you that, okay, right now I have high self-esteem? What is it that will show you? What are the signs of high self-esteem now, where you feel, okay, I feel now I have the signs of high self-esteem?
Yeah. So the main thing is, like I talked about the discouraging thing. So the main thing also is you feel strong, like you feel encouraged.
You feel
you
stronger.
Come out, you feel stronger now. You feel like, okay, now I can do this. You can still do it. So that motive that you feel now, that you should go now there to meet everyone. If you at point you couldn't even meet anyone, but that time now you feel like, you just feel like, okay, I can be there. That is called, you encourage yourself to be there. You push yourself to be there. Anybody can do it.
Wow.
You are not meant to be wherever you are. Everyone is meant to be at the right position, and you can still do it on yourself, not somebody to push you to say, do this, but yourself, build yourself the high esteem, self-esteem. So just encourage yourself. The encouragement that you give yourself is also one of the best example to say you are now building your high self-esteem.
Where even if you feel low,
you just start encouraging yourself. Nobody's
say,
going
no, I can do this.
Yeah, nobody. Maybe some people would even try to hide their feelings. Exactly. So your friend won't even know to say, this is what this person is going through. But the moment you build that like you start encouraging yourself to say, let me even open up to my friend. That is also a good example of
high self-esteem,
whereby you're now trying to open up, to be courageous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Being courageous.
Yeah,
so
being courageous is also the examples of how somebody should build their high self-esteem.
This is very good.
Yeah.
You know, we are dwelling so much on this topic because we've read books and we've heard from people how that the low self-esteem has really affected them. You know, it is pointless to have a dream with low self-esteem.
Exactly.
It is pointless, actually. Okay, for example, like you're saying, maybe you run a salon. What's the point of running that business if you have low self-esteem?
It's not even worth it.
You are,
because I tell you, even in the salon thing business, you know where you have a lot of salons around. If you have that low self-esteem,
then you can't operate. You can't operate.
You just have to say, okay, actually, this business is about competition. So if you have that low self-esteem, how are you going to compete with your friends?
It means you can't.
It means you can't. So it's being courageous also. It's also taking us to being courageous. Yeah, for you to even come up, to be among those people. Let's say in my industry where I'm working also, you say, okay, like the salon thing, this one maybe is better than me, so I can't do this. I can't. Maybe I can't. So because my friend is good, you are not supposed to do that. You have to try. You have to push. Even for the person you're saying is better than you, was like you before, but because they said they can be there, they tried. They decided. So you also have to decide to say, let me be there. You start competing. It's not bad to compete, especially in business.
In a good way, actually. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
And you know, some of the challenges that we have is, as youths, we've centered so much on ourselves. You know, we've centered so much on things that are not uplifting us. We've centered so much on things that are really, really draining us. Because as a youth, you know, I always say this is a stage where you have the potential, you have the ability to create that thing which you want to create. But if you have low self-esteem, then it means that you're not going to do anything. You're not going to achieve anything, and you're just going to waste much of your time, and it's not going to be profound at the end of the day.
And as we should know, every person, this is the right time to build yourself up.
Exactly.
The moment you bypass this age, then you've lost it.
Exactly.
You can't start doing everything, and maybe after you being a youth. A youth ends at 7, isn't it?
Yes, 35,
it's
37,
somewhere there. And imagine you are just being discouraged all the time.
And you want to encourage yourself at the age of 40.
Because this is this is the right time for you to know yourself, to say this is what I can do, this I can do, this I can't do.
Sure.
This is the right time to put yourself, to build yourself,
to put yourself together.
Yes. So if you can't do right now, you can't do this right now. If you want to build yourself, if you want put yourself, or if you want to make yourself have a high self-esteem right now, then that means you won't do it. It means you fail.
That's very correct.
Yeah, it means you fail. This is the only right time that you have. Every person has to have this high self-esteem, because this is what makes us. Even in businesses, even elder people, they started this whole thing when they were young. Then it has moved them. Let's talk about those rich people. They had this high self-esteem. They believed in themselves for them to be where they are. And here you are now. You are busy trying to draw yourself down, thinking you can't do it. Anybody's born to make it, and you can't make it if you don't have that high self-esteem, because it's actually important to have that high self-esteem, because it is going to lead you where you can't even imagine.
Exactly, you can't.
Yeah.
And you know, this is very vital, and I'm sure our viewers are learning a lot. We are saying low self-esteem is bad.
Yeah, it's very bad.
It is very bad because you do not do anything positive. And then you can't just dwell in the low self-esteem.
You can't.
You need to stand up and make a decision.
Exactly.
A decision that will change your life.
Exactly.
A decision that will transform everything that you do. So we are saying, as youths, as you are watching, you need to have this high self-esteem, because the self-esteem is what will determine what you become.
Exactly.
Now, we've talked about all these things, and I'm sure our viewers are learning. Now, I want us to also dwell on the consequences of low self-esteem.
Okay.
You know, the consequences. What are the negative impactations that low self-esteem would do to a youth? In case you feel and you think self-esteem, it is just a word that is gotten from the dictionary, then you are wrong. Because whatever you want to do, whatever you've planned, you are in school, you see a big car, and you say, I want to drive that car when I'm out of college or university. As a young person, how are you going to drive that thing if you have low self-esteem? Whatever you've been practicing, you know, we've discovered that some of the people actually have even lost opportunities. Some of the youths have lost opportunities because of low self-esteem. It is a disease, actually. I call it a disease. It is a very bad disease that has no cure if you decide to dwell and work on it. So now let's talk about the consequences. What is it that low self-esteem would do to you? What are the consequences of having low self-esteem as a young person, especially youth? What are these consequences that you have?
Okay, like I said earlier, I said for a person to make it in life, self-esteem, high self-esteem plays a very big role in every person's life. Suppose you want to do something, you want, like I put it, I had given an example to say we've seen those grown-up people to be where, or maybe these people are making it in businesses to be where they are. It's because they added the high self-esteem in everything that they did. They never put themselves down. So as a youth, you also have to learn to put yourself high.
Exactly.
Because no one is meant to be always punchy, like putting yourself down. You are not meant for. So the disadvantage is
The consequences,
the
which are very
the
bad.
consequences is that it's going to let you always isolate yourself, because you always feel that you're not fit to be where your friends are, meaning your life will just be boring all the time, and you're not meant to have that boring life, because because it's going to implicate you. You are going to feel like you're not special, you're not worthy to do anything,
You're not good enough.
you're not good in everything. So you have to work on it, because it's going to mess up your life.
And you know, that's very
It's-
true.
yeah, it's
Low
going to- yeah.
self-esteem, we're saying it will mess up your life. Not
you-
just messing up your life. You know, low self-esteem brings stress. Stress comes from low self-esteem.
Exactly.
You can't be a young person and you're stressed 24/7. Please, you can't do that for yourself.
Exactly.
You can't do that for your life. You just can't be stressed. You are too
You're just
young to be
stressed all the
stressed.
time.
To be stressed for your age. You're just 24, you're just 26, 25, and you say, I'm so stressed. Already at this young age, when you're supposed to put in the energy, you feel stressed. So we're saying the consequences of low self-esteem, you know, you feel stressed,
all the time.
you feel bitter, you know,
you feel not important.
You feel not important.
Yeah, you feel like,
but you're busy telling people that they're important in your life.
But
yet,
what about you? Everyone is important, but it's because you don't add in your high self-esteem that makes you feel so not important, and you feel like so unwanted all the time.
You are the only one who
Fight it.
feels unwanted.
Yes, everywhere you feel unwanted because of your low self-esteem. So just fight it. This is the right time. It's never too late anyway in life. Just fight it hard, and then just try to build that high self-esteem for yourself.
Exactly.
Because it's going to stress you, as she has put it. You're going to always lock up yourself in a room. You don't feel like you are fit to be among any other person.
And you know it's hot, you lock up yourself.
You're just there, you feel like you're not good. Anybody doesn't want you. That is just your mind. You've made your mind sick. It's because of your low self-esteem. It is actually bad because it destroys you. It makes you feel like you're not good at anything.
This is so good.
It's going to destroy you at all time. The moment that you decide to change, get back to your life. Say you can do it. In the morning, tell yourself that I can do it. Maybe find someone that you can compare yourself to. Maybe it can be your mom, it can be your auntie, it can be your father. You say, if my dad is there, I can be there.
I can also be there.
Find yourself, actually. Just find yourself and build yourself up. Because low self-esteem is actually bad. It destroys.
Yeah, so you see, we're saying low self-esteem is bad because it destroys your future. Life is in phases. I always say it is a game that needs to be played intelligently. And you cannot play it intelligently if you have these symptoms. You feel stressed. We're saying you're too young to feel stressed.
Exactly.
You are a youth, you are watching, you are too young to feel stressed. You have the capability, you have the ability, the potential, the inner person in you that will cause you to feel very important. We are saying, don't feel stressed. Don't kill relationships. We mean don't kill friendships just because you feel stressed. Because you know, the moment you feel stressed and you kill friendships, you will not know who will help you. Even when you have an assignment that somebody, you know, you can be seated right next to me and you have the solution that I need. You have what I need. You know, I need something from you, but because I'm isolating myself, I do not have the courage. It means that I won't make it. And the only way you can make it in life is when you interact with people. You get to know the ideas. You get to share the ideas. They get to empower you with the knowledge that they have. And now if you keep yourself in low self-esteem, it means that will not be important for yourself. And now we are saying low self-esteem is very bad, then the consequences are that, you know, it causes stress, it causes loneliness, you feel depressed at a young age. You feel so depressed, you feel you're not worthy, you feel you cannot make it. We're saying it causes problems with friendships.
So many different
you have
problems.
people to help you, but how are they going to help you if you do not seem interested? I'm the one that needs help from you, my friend, so I'm the one to come to you. You are not just going to point, you're not going to guess. How are you going to know that this is the thing that I want? If I keep myself isolated, I feel discouraged that, oh, maybe I can't do this. And we are also saying that, you know, this low self-esteem, it is one thing actually that even causes people to, young people to indulge themselves in drugs.
Yeah, because
alcohol.
They want to find themselves. They think that if I take beer, or maybe
alcohol.
if I take alcohol, whatever it is that I take, maybe that's when I'll be fit to be with the other person. No, that is actually wrong.
And it is not even good. You can't be a young person and you're just drinking all the time. This is not the time to drink. You are a young person. You are watching us right now on Gracetv, on this program, A Youth with a Vision. We are saying, as a young person, this is not the time to drink. This is not the time to smoke. This is not the time for clubbing. This is not the time to go and do all negative things, because the moment you do those things, you find that you have little or no chance to recover what you've decided or what you want to become. Remember, your parents, your relatives, and other people, they're putting in so much cash for you to be where you want to be. So you cannot, you know, you cannot appreciate or you can't destroy yourself by giving them the low self-esteem. Lastly, as we're going to sign out, we have some few minutes. My producer there, Mr. K, says I have few minutes, says we have few minutes to go. And as we're going to sign out, we are just going to look at the few things. Why is self-esteem important? Or let me just say, what should you do to boost your self-esteem? What is it? You've heard everything that we've talked about, but what is it that we should do to build self-esteem? Of course, number one, we know that we have to surround ourselves with an environment that has people that will appreciate what we have. Memory, trust me, the moment I'm found with you, whatever you speak in my life is what becomes a reality. Whatever you tell me the moment I give you a phone call is what becomes a reality in my life. Whatever you say in my presence is what becomes a reality in my life. And we're saying you need to have an environment that will cause you to be where you want to be. Have this positive environment that we are saying. You know, what are even just the last thing that one will need just to boost your high self-esteem?
Okay, it's just what you need to boost your high self-esteem is just be yourself. Come up. Just tell yourself to say, I can do it.
Don't compare yourself.
Don't compare yourself to anyone, or don't wait for someone to say, come out of that room where you are and stand up, do what. And it's all about yourself. It's you yourself who can build yourself. Just if you've been feeling the way we've, like one of the things that we discussed here. If you felt any of these things, just say, if you have an example, you feel like I've done this before, whatever they said about is me defines you, just come out of that room wherever you are and say you can do this, fight it. It takes only you to put yourself up. It takes only you to get up. No one is coming in your room to pull you up.
No one is going to come and
It takes you alone. So just say, stand up and just feel yourself. Start feeling, if you've been feeling low, just start feeling yourself. Start feeling high about yourself and get back.
Wow, thank you so much, Memory. I really appreciate it. So as we're signing out, we've concluded by saying, for you to make an impact in this generation as a young person, you need to have high self-esteem, because high self-esteem is what will determine what you will become. We are saying, surround yourself as a youth, surround yourself with people that are going to make you or release the good things that you have in your inside. And we are saying focus on yourself, say good things about yourself. Memory has said no one is going to come and pull you out of that room that you are in. You need to come out yourself. You need to make a decision of wanting to be where you are.
It
upgrade.
It takes you to make a difference.
It takes you, no one else. It takes you to actually have a difference.
Fight for yourself.
Memory, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on Gracetv.
It's really been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for the knowledge that you've shared with us. I'm sure our viewers have heard what you've said, and we're looking forward to have you next time.
Exactly.
We appreciate your time.
Also,
we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So our viewers, that was Memory. That was our guest on this program, A Youth with a Vision. We outlined the topic, having a high self-esteem. Remember, this program comes to you every Saturday at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. sharp. Please do join us again next week. I want to say thank you to the production crew for the wonderful job. Mr. K, my producer, thank you so much. You people are doing a good work. Thank you. Do join us again next week, Saturday. For now, it's shalom and bye-bye.
Bye.
Pasi nimwe tulekabila fakati kesu yawe ikileni na tetekelo amalumbo no bukata twapela kulimwe tata. Oh, fipya, but no to lead away, away. If you lemon, feel it in pofu, nashashila mwana, oh, namalwele, yale poshiwa, oh, tata. Vamos pashe Yahweh ikileni Posheni Yahweh Onga mwekila Yahweh Kama ikila Yahweh
Nanyotuleleta amalumbo kuchipuna chenu Yahweh Ichichitikilo eponchili ukwebati Twala kakulwa Umupashi wenu ngepobuli Ubuntungwa